Hello and welcome to another edition of WION World of Cricket. India begin their Champions Trophy campaign against Bangladesh in Dubai. And to preview that clash and the tournament for India, I'm Vidur Kathuria and I'm joined by my colleague Nikhil Mathur, and we are also going to be joined by our correspondent Shibajish Nandi. Nikhil, thanks for joining us again. It seems like there's a lot riding for India in this tournament. Is that true?
I mean, not necessarily. First of all, they are glad that there's no ICC jinx. They have won an ICC title after 11 years. They won the T20 World Cup. So there's no ICC jinx. And will it be the last dance for Rohit and Virat? That's the question that everyone is asking. Straightforward answer, I don't think this is the last tournament for them, because I think the horrors of 2023 World Cup, if I can call it that, the final, after having a perfect tournament, they lost the final. I think they would still want to atone that final and play another World Cup. What is your opinion? Do you think?
Well, you're right. Rightly so. You brought up the 2024 T20 World Cup. That was like a monkey off the back of both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. That huge, since the 2013 Champions Trophy, India had not won a tournament. So in that sense, definitely there is less pressure. But also so much has passed since that tournament, since that T20 World Cup. I mean, obviously, there was that disaster in Australia. Also question marks over Gautam Gambhir's management style. All that we're going to discuss. But I think now the context has completely changed since the 2024 T20 World Cup. There is some pressure, because if Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have another sort of a mediocre or poor campaign, definitely, because there are so many players waiting in the ranks. So is this a tournament specifically where the focus is on both of them or the performance of the entire team? What do you think?
I think that's a very interesting point. I think the focus should not be Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma. They have done their bit for the country. They have won them titles, many ICC titles. In fact, I think they should be the facilitators in this series. I think the focus should be on the next gen. Shubman Gill, you have appointed Gill as your vice captain, and Shreyas Iyer, I think he's probably one of the best number 4 batters for India in recent times. So I think the focus should be on them. Virat and Rohit have done their bit for the country. Now Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer are your man. I think back them and focus on them. They are going to win you the title. Of course, Rohit and Virat, huge dressing room presence. Even if they have a mediocre tournament, I think Virat Kohli is the chase master, and I think this is the format that suits both of them. So I don't think it should be a problem for them. Even they have a normal tournament, I think India are the favourites. The monkeys off their back, but I think it's an ICC tournament and they are the favourites along with Australia, but Australia had so many injuries. So I think they are starting this tournament as the clear favourites.
Well, I think you brought up Australia purely because of the injuries that they have. They're not a very, very strong unit at the moment. And India, as you said, definitely play. Just another question on Rohit and Virat. So basically now they've retired from T20s. The test future after that is under a little bit of scrutiny, but they will continue to play. So do you think if they say India wins the Champions Trophy, after that, do you think they will continue up until the 2027 ODI World Cup in this format, 50-over format?
I think so. As I said earlier, I think they want to atone for that 2023 ODI World Cup final, because they were devastated after that. Rohit said, I couldn't remember anything, how I did the post-match presentations after that. It's all a blank, because they had a perfect tournament and then they lost it. I mean, winning Champions Trophy is huge, but I think the ODI World Cup was the pinnacle. I don't know about now, because the formats, clearly it's in decline, but I think that is one thing that they really want. They want to win that ODI World Cup, but you never know. But if you see the trend, unless you're MS Dhoni, you might just retire with the video saying, "Main pal do pal ka shayar hoon." But Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, I think they want to pace it well. I think they are giving the chances to youngsters. Rohit dropped himself, rightly so, in the last test against Australia. So I think India can have a mix of experience and youth, and probably they might push forward to the next ODI World Cup. But as you said, if it's a disaster tour for them, probably question marks will be raised on them.
Well, another man that we have to speak about is Gautam Gambhir. Yeah. Well, since he took over after that T20 World Cup triumph, it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing for him. So a lot is riding for him on this tournament. But I don't think there are many who say that his job is on the line. I don't think that is the case. I think India will stick and definitely, take him towards this next cycle after the Champions Trophy. Yes, there we have Gautam Gambhir's record as India head coach. Now, let's start with the ODIs, of course. Now, not a lot of ODIs he has coached India in.
But look, Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
Did India lose to Sri Lanka? Did India clean sweep Sri Lanka?
Yeah, exactly. So India lost to Sri Lanka 2-0. And one, it was a tie. And that was Gautam Gambhir's first assignment as India head coach. After that, of course, India beat England 3-0, but not a lot of ODIs he has head coached. He has been as head coach. That test record, of course, is poor, especially because of the New Zealand series and then, of course, the Australia series. So, as till now, Gautam Gambhir's record is as India's head coach is suspect, to say the least.
But again, there's six matches that India has played under Gautam Gambhir. So I think it's still early days, and I don't think there is any danger of Gautam Gambhir losing his job. I think he's still experimenting. A lot of people have criticized his lefty and righty approach. You know, he has promoted Akshar Patel up the order, and in fact, that means that KL Rahul comes pretty lower down the order. But I think still early days, and I think ICC title can definitely make that record of Gautam Gambhir as India's head coach a lot better. But I think, Vidur, how important is a start? I still remember the 2007 World Cup, India versus Bangladesh, India clear favourite, Saurav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid. India, well, I thought they would dominate Bangladesh, but Bangladesh defeated India, and that remains their only victory against win against India in ICC tournaments.
Yes,
do we see an upset here?
Actually, I was checking the stats yesterday before the match today. Bangladesh have only defeated India twice in multi-team tournaments. First was, of course, that famous win at the 2007 World Cup. The second was actually at the Asia Cup in, I think, 2014.
Yeah.
So only 2 wins for Bangladesh, only 1 in ICC tournament. India are the favourites. There is absolutely no doubt about it. As you can see, the head-to-head record, Bangladesh have won, but of course, it's very skewed in India's favour. But they will be up for this match, Bangladesh.
Yeah. Also, there's not much of a rivalry if you see the head-to-head record, but there is, quote-unquote, bad blood,
especially between the fans. I think there have been so many matches between India and Bangladesh that, you know, especially when what comes to mind is the Nidahas Trophy.
Dinesh
Karthik, that is most iconic moment of his career, arguably. But also the fans, especially that last ball victory with Dhoni getting the victory. So that comes to mind when you think of India-Bangladesh clashes. But there is a bit of bad blood, especially from the fans, because the fans in Bangladesh, they really are up for this clash. So there's always a bit of spice to it. I remember there was an under-19 match, World Cup final, which Bangladesh won. So at the under-19 level, Bangladesh have beaten India, but let's be honest, India...
and one man that is missing from the India-Bangladesh clash is Shakib Al Hasan. For 2 decades, I think he has been a part of Bangladesh team, but no Shakib Al Hasan. How big of a, if I could say, loss that is for Bangladesh, because he has been their backbone, but there are now a new team with a lot of young blood coming in. The pace attack is good. Shakib Al Hasan not there?
You know, it's a big miss. He is arguably the best player ever, and a very experienced campaigner. I think this is the first time in almost 15 to 17 years that he's not going to be part of the Bangladesh squad coming into a major tournament. He's their best player. He was an all-rounder. He could do it with the bat. Yes, he sort of faded away over the last few years, but he was the player of the he was one of the best players at the 2019 World Cup. I think he was in the playing 11, the best team of the 2019 World Cup. He was outstanding then. He's an all-rounder. He can contribute with the bat and ball. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind about him from the T2023 World Cup is that Angelo Matthews dismissal. So he's a character as well, but it's unfortunate. And also Tamim Iqbal, who's not there. So it's 2 players who have been
ever present
stalwarts of Bangladesh cricket and who have done exceedingly well. You know, they are going to be a huge miss. Of course, we are going to be joined by Shibashish Nandi later on in the show, who's going to be going to talk about Bangladesh. But coming back to
the toss has happened. You know, the playing 11 is out. But before that, you know, we have our own match report by Vidur himself, because you were there in Dubai. You covered the ILT20 and you also spoke to the pitch curator. What is the pitch like in Dubai?
Well, yes, you are extremely right. I was there for the ILT20, which is, of course, a franchise T20 tournament. I was there just recently, a few weeks back. Now, I was fortunate enough to speak to the pitch curator, and of course when I was there, no one wanted to talk about the tournament itself, but everyone wanted to talk about the Champions Trophy, and of course that big India-Pakistan clash on Sunday, which also will be at this very stadium. And he said, to be fair to him, he gave a very diplomatic answer that I'm just going to create the best cricket pitch, and so that the ball comes truly onto the bat. But let's take things into perspective right now. And so this is a pitch that favors the team batting second, that chases. But interestingly, what have Bangladesh won the toss and
they have
elected
decided to bat first.
Now this also could be because there is a bit of rain that is expected. So the dew factor, will be there in the first innings rather than in the second innings.
Yeah, in fact, it doesn't usually rain a lot in Dubai, but a couple of days ago there was rain. Today also there are going to be clouds, but there's very less chance of rain. And we'll have that record, the Dubai Stadium record. So guys, win the toss and win the match. Usually that is the fundamental. And usually the team winning the toss always decides to chase. But Bangladesh has decided to bat first. I think Shanto did not see the stats that we were showing earlier. Because if you see the 13 ODI that have been played there, teams chasing have won 9. The T20 World Cup that happened in Dubai, 13 matches, 12 matches that were won by the team chasing. And again, ILT20, which Vidur covered in 2025, couple of weeks back, 15 matches, 11 won by the chasing team. So probably that rain factor, which I don't think is huge. But Vidur, do you think it's a mistake by Bangladesh?
I think what's important to take into context here is also that there have been 13 ODIs that have been played, but there's not
nations.
There's not all of them are, most of them, are associate nations, and a lot of ODI cricket is played in Dubai.
Exactly.
So obviously, I mean, Shanto has taken a gamble, you could say that, a huge gamble, but who knows, it could pay off. I remember we were speaking to Dav Watmore during the 2023 ODI World Cup, and he was extremely surprised about India's toss decision at the 2007 World Cup when he was the Bangladesh head coach. So, who knows, a gamble could pay off. But again, I would like to make this point, not a lot of cricket has been played at the Dubai Stadium, especially when it comes to ODIs. In fact, but India have played 6 ODIs in Dubai and won 5ve of them and tied just 1. In fact, they have not lost at all. And
one was a tie, I think.
Yes, exactly, and that was against Bangladesh. Sorry, that was against Afghanistan. This was all during the 2018 Asia Cup.
So again, and Rohit Sharma, basically he lost the toss, and India have now lost 11 tosses in a row, starting from the final of the World Cup 2023. So not much in Rohit Sharma's hand. I think we can have a look at India's playing 11 first. I think that Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill are the 2 openers. Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja. Harshit Rana getting a nod ahead of Arshdeep Singh.
That
Mohammad
is the big
Shami,
surprise.
Kuldeep Yadav. So that is the big story there, because everyone thought that Arshdeep Singh is your second bowler after Mohammad Shami. But then Gautam Gambhir gave Harshit Rana a lot of chance. A lot of people were saying that, they know Arshdeep's talent, so he has been given a rest. But I had my doubts at the same time, because if you're giving 2-3 matches to Harshit Rana, probably, and Gambhir has that connection with Harshit Rana. He was one of the mentors with Kolkata Knight Riders when Harshit Rana was there, and it is clear that he is backing Harshit Rana. But Vidur, are you surprised? Because Arshdeep Singh has a tremendous record in T20. He hasn't played a lot of ODI, probably 10-11 ODIs he has played. But if he...
It's a big surprise without a doubt, Nikhil. If you look at the team, apart from Harshit Rana, all of the players, the team is on expected lines. We expected all of them to play, but Harshit Rana, again, we spoke about a gamble by Bangladesh winning the toss and elected to bat first. This is again a huge gamble. Arshdeep Singh also has big tournament experience. He was
T20.
part of the T20 World Cup, and in fact, he was the T20I Player of the Year.
Player of the Year.
So, I mean, he has great white ball experience at a big tournament. So,
and
this
also,
again, Harshit
and also
Rana
adds a variety, the left-arm pacer. But, the question that a lot of people are asking about India's squad is, are they too spin-heavy? You have Kuldeep Yadav, you have Akshar Patel, you have Ravindra Jadeja, 3 spinners. Do you think they are spin-heavy, or as Rohit Sharma said, we only have
Rohit Sharma. Exactly, that's what I was going to bring
2
up.
spinners.
Rohit Sharma believes that India only have 2 spinners, and the rest of them are all-rounders who just happen to spin the ball. So let's take a look at, of course, Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakravarti, who's not in the playing 11. Those are the 2 spinners. But that's what. So Rohit Sharma is back. Definite. India has taken a stand that they will go into this tournament spin heavy.
Yeah.
So of course, and
which is a decision backed by stats. You know, in Dubai, it's very dry and hot and humid, so it usually favors the spinners. If there's cloud and there's air, that helps the pacers. So I think it's okay to go spin heavy, and because India are also playing all of their matches in Dubai, so that is a strategy that was well expected. But also Akshar Patel, as Rohit said, only 2 spinners and rest are all-rounder. I want to talk about Akshar Patel. We also have a polls live on Twitter and YouTube. You can go and vote and comment. We will take your comments on this show. But Akshar Patel, do you think? I think he's going to be India's X factor. Gautam Gambhir has the tendency to play lefties, left and right combination. KL Rahul has been pushed down the order. Do you think Akshar Patel and Hardik Pandya has always been the premier seam all-rounder for India, but Akshar Patel has impressed. And remember, he was the one who was sent up the batting order in the T20 World Cup final when India were in a precarious spot, and he really played well. So do you think that is, he gave the balance to this Indian side?
100%. I think, as I said earlier, Rohit Sharma and the team has made a chance to back these spinning all-rounders. And Akshar Patel, he can win it with the ball as well as the bat. He has performed exceedingly well at the T20 World Cup.
Final.
I keep coming back to that. You know, we think of the T20 World Cup, T20s and ODIs as very different formats, but it's also the situation that you come in. If Akshar Patel comes into bat in the last 10 overs, essentially it's a T20 game, and he can really turn the game on its head. So once again, I think he is definitely the X factor, along with Jadeja, who still, and we're talking about the 15 years he has been, you know, one of the best players for India. He still has a big role to play. Now, Nikhil, we also have to speak about Bangladesh, and of course, we are now joined by our correspondent Shibashish Nandi. Shibashish, do we have you?
That looks like Rohit Sharma. Has Shibashish turned into Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma? Okay, there we have it.
There he is. So, Shibashish, you've been doing your research on Bangladesh cricket. So, mathematically, what are the chances of Bangladesh winning this match?
Well, mathematically, they do have a 33.3% chance of beating India. Realistically, I don't see one. Because, again, like you guys were talking about, Dubai, I mean, winning the toss, you mostly choose to field first. There are already 2 surprises from the Bangladesh squad. First was the toss, and then they picked Tanzim Hassan ahead of Nahid Rana. Nahid Rana, I mean, lately has been considered their premier pace bowler. He can hit the deck. He generally bowls between 145 to 150. I don't know what they're thinking, but they must be thinking something which made them choose these 2 options.
Shibashish, also, so Bangladesh cricket, I mean, over the last few years, they had, you would say that peak was during 2015 to 2019, where they had a very, very strong sort of core with, like we spoke about, Shakib and Tamim. So you mentioned Nahid. Who are the other players that we should watch out for at this tournament in the Champions Trophy?
Well, the captain comes first, Najmul Hossain Santo, then Tawhid Ridoy can also chip in with some runs. And then we have to come to the bowlers. I mean, Taskin Ahmed, again, he is a express fast bowler. And don't be surprised if Mehdi Hasan Miraz perform both with the bat and the ball. I mean, if I'm not wrong, in 2022 match, he actually bailed out Bangladesh against India when they were from 6 down and they went on to win or something.
I think Shibashish gave Bangladesh a 33.3% chance mathematically of winning. I think that could only happen if Mustafizur Rahman or Taskin Ahmed takes those early wickets. Because I remember, I think was it Pakistan versus India, where Shaheen Shah Afridi, the left-arm pacers, the in-swinging Yorkers, have been the Achilles heels for Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill and Virat Kohli. So I think for Bangladesh to have any chance of winning this match, I think they need to start well. And a lot will be riding on Taskin Ahmed and Mustafizur Rahman. Mustafizur Rahman, the veteran, but as Shibashish pointed out, if they would have taken the youngsters as well, the young pacer, I think that's their best chance. I know it's a turning track, but to contain India, you need to get Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and Shubman Gill out early. So that is their only chance. I think, Shibashish, did you also reach the conclusion of 33%? if Bangladesh starts really well, or do you have some other logic to that as well?
Well, that's just mathematical. I mean, it's either Bangladesh win, India win, or a draw. So that's what, I mean, that's how I came to the conclusion. But yeah, I mean, we shouldn't count out Bangladesh because they have beaten India, although it's just 2 times, but they have. And, you know, Dubai pitch, it's going to be a flat deck, which will come handy for the spinners later in the game. And if we consider both the teams, both the playing 11s, Indian spinners are better, I mean, way better than Bangladesh. So again, realistically, there's no chance, but I don't know.
Well, upsets do happen.
Yeah.
We have seen so many upsets.
Would you call the first match an upset? Pakistan being,
not at all.
You know, New Zealand dominating Pakistan.
It was the 3rd time that New Zealand beat Pakistan in a week. I don't think you can call that an upset. But coming back to Bangladesh, of course, India are heavy favourites, but it's also important that Bangladesh have gotten success in the subcontinent of late. That was in the test format, but against Pakistan, in Pakistan, they whitewashed them. So, of course, they have good spinners. Of course, now we see their lineup. Mehdi Hassan Miraz could be an X factor. Then they have a very good pace lineup as well. But, of course, that once again, that big surprise that comes out, that no Nahid Rana in the 11. Nazmul Hassan Shanto is the captain. He will have a crucial role to play, getting those runs at the top of the order. Soumya Sharkar is someone who has a little more experience.
You see a mixture of lot of experience plus young blood. Soumya Sarkar has played ICC tournament. Taskin Ahmed is there. Mushfiqur Rahim has been their standout performer for a lot of years. Tawhid Rana, Mustafizur Rahman, and then they have the the new guys, the new bowling, new bowlers that are stepping in. So definitely they can pack a punch, and these are the best 8 teams according to the rankings. So never count out Bangladesh.
Yeah. Bangladesh have made it ahead of the likes of Sri Lanka, ahead of the likes of the West Indies. Although coming into this tournament in ODIs, again, we keep coming back to the fact that not a lot of teams have played many ODIs coming into this tournament. So as well, Bangladesh also have not had the best of ODI form coming. They lost to West Indies in the series before coming in. Yeah. But of course, it's a multi-team tournament. 1 lapse, 1 defeat for India, and the complete group opens up.
Like we discussed yesterday, and as you said, it was called the knockout tournament.
Yeah,
earlier.
ICC knockout.
So there is no chance of a comeback. Like for Pakistan, the tournament is almost over before it began. They are virtually out of the tournament, and if they lose to India, their title defense is over. So
but it's Pakistan, so anything can happen.
Yeah, anything happen. They are the corner tigers. They can definitely make a comeback, but they did not put up a fight yesterday. I mean, it was a cakewalk for New Zealand, which is
absolutely
which no one expected. But again, this is India and Bangladesh's first match, and there are always nerves in the first match. So who holds their nerves? I think that is going to be crucial. The first half an hour of play, I think, would set the tempo for this match.
I think you're very right, Nikhil. If you look back at the 2023 ODI World Cup, India went on a fantastic run in the group stages. I think it was 9 straight victories. And what set the tone? That first victory against Australia. Yeah. Of course, they went on to lose in the final to Australia. But that first match against Australia, India were down. And they came back. And then once you get that form going in a major tournament, it's very difficult to stop. And in the Champions Trophy, as you said, it's 3 group stage games, just 3 group stage games. So a lapse of concentration, lapse of focus, and then you're out. So again, India have to be very, very careful of not being complacent against this Bangladesh side. So
we also have a poll. So let's take a look at the polls. But before I look at the polls, Vidur, what's your prediction for today? I'm not asking who is going to win, but in Rohit Sharma, the birth of Rohit Sharma as an opener was also in Champions Trophy. Do you think a daddy 100 is coming from Rohit Sharma today?
Well, I'm not sure about 100, but I think in this match or the match against Pakistan, he's going to set the tone and get big runs. That's my big prediction for this match and maybe the next one. That in this match or the next one, he's going to get 75.
Okay, that's a very precise prediction. Okay, let's see how have you guys voted in our poll. So the first question was, who will win today's Champions Trophy clash? 88% of you have voted for India.
Wow, what a surprise.
Only 12% Bangladesh. And again, the big question, is this the last dance for Virat and Rohit? A 62% of our audiences think that this is their last tournament.
I think that's interesting because especially on social media we see that people want to see young blood in the Indian team. But of course, social media as well, their opinions change in a heartbeat. So if Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma make runs today, they're going to be their biggest fans once again. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, I think two more. Do you think India is spin heavy? I think they are undecided. 50% of people think that.
Yeah.
I think they will get a clearer picture when the tournament goes on.
And of course, Rohit Sharma does have a point when he says that there are all-rounders when it comes to Akshar and Jadeja. If in situations in the last 15 to 20 overs of an ODI, I mean, they can still be very, very good batters.
Okay, the final question that we asked was, which player is going to be India's X factor? 31% of you voted for Hardik Pandya. Akshar Patel got 25%. Varun Chakravarti tied with Hardik Pandya with 31%. So that's quite interesting.
Well, Nikhil, it's time for your prediction. What is your prediction for the match? You want to give me a result, you can give me that, or just a stat you want to take for a player like I did?
I think India should easily win this match, and I'm hoping for a Virat Kohli masterclass. It's Bangladesh, but I want to see him. You know, Virat Kohli chasing is a different kind of beast. So I really love Virat Kohli, the chaser. So hopefully a great innings.
Okay, let's get a final word from our man Shibashish Nandi. Shibashish, what is your prediction for the match?
Oh, it's going to be a cakewalk for India. I mean, considering the team they have and the conditions that they are there in Dubai, I think it could be a 10-wicket victory as well.
Okay,
I think, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, India are the favourites without a shadow of a doubt. But I think Bangladesh will give us a fight, give India a fight rather. And if they could get around 250, I would say 250. Again, historically, this is not a very high-scoring pitch, especially in the first innings when it comes to ODIs. Only a handful of times have 300 runs been scored, less than a handful of times. And so if in Bangladesh can get around 250 on the board, I think they will be very happy with that.
And also one thing that I want to see is fans, because in Karachi, what we saw yesterday, I thought the stadium is going to be jam-packed, but it wasn't. There were many empty seats. So I'm hoping Dubai also has hosted a lot of matches now. So hopefully we will see a jam-packed stadium and an action-packed match, and may the best team wins.
It's important you bring that up in Dubai, as we see India's record in Dubai. Dubai is full
India's
with
fortress,
Indians. I was fortunate enough to be there a month back, and all you see is Indians and Pakistanis. But now, over the last few years, you know, it has become a hub of cricket. That's why. So a lot of cricket is played there, and it is almost like India's second home.
Second home, yeah.
So Dubai Stadium record again, matches 13, and teams chasing and won. Who knows? But this could change over the coming 3-4 matches. Remember, India is playing all their matches in Dubai. Doesn't matter if it is against Pakistan, who are the hosts. Pakistan will be traveling to Dubai for that big match on Sunday, and if India reaches the semi-final, then that also will take place in Dubai. If India reaches the final, that also will be held in Dubai. This is a
hybrid model. Yeah.
This is a unique hybrid model that we haven't really seen in any
so if
sport.
India wins the Champions Trophy, it will call India wins the 2025 Champions Trophy, Pakistan, but not in Pakistan. So this is the hybrid model, and hopefully I think we are set for a cracker of a match.
Yes, hopefully a lot of big question marks over the Indian team, and who knows, they might be answered after this tournament. But first, India need to win that match. Hopefully we get a cracker of the game. We will of course cover this match as well as the rest of the tournament on WION World of Cricket. Thank you for watching.